Alright, thanks for watching another battle report. I'm going to try a different approach close to what Vidhammer does. So we'll see how this works out. I'm playing Matt's 3,000 point High Elf list. And starting off the deployment is my Warriors of Slaanesh with hand, weapon, and shield. 30 of them. He placed an eagle behind the building on the right. Then we've decided to roll our spells. My Slaanesh level 2 wizard got Hell Shriek and Titillating Delusions. He took Teclis with Laura's Shadow, and he also had a level 1 with Curse of Arrow Attraction from the High Elf list. Next, I placed my 50 Marauders with great weapons with Sigvald, Prince Sigvald in them. He followed by his eagle behind the hill. My chariot in the bottom's acting as a war shrine for this battle. And he placed 30 Seaguard. I put my 8 ogres with great weapons and chaos armor on my hill on the right. He followed with a unit of 20 Phoenix Guard. That's where he put Teclis. And then I put my 9 Knights of Slaanesh with the Banner of Rage and my Battle Standard Bearer. He followed up with his White Lions. In his White Lion unit, he put his Battle Standard Bearer. I added my Giant. My Shaggoth is acting as a Giant of Slaanesh. And then he finished the rest of his deployments, another unit of 20 Phoenix Guard with his level 1 mage, and 2 units of 10 archers on the left with his bolt thrower. Yeah, and so we're just playing a straight pitch battle, 3,000 points. Going over what we got. First turn, I get the +1. I rolled a 7, he rolled a 6, so Chaos with turn 1. Very easy for Chaos, just moving forward, everything, as far as I can. I know his magic and shooting will easily outdo me. My level 2 sorcerer has the third eye of Tzeentch. So since I could see Teclis, I chose to take all of his shadow magic spells. Not a lot happened in the magic phase for me. Getting +2 to cast versus his +5 to dispel didn't really cause much. And that was me failing to cast my second spell. And trying to cast Fireball, which he stopped. The War Shrine used its ability to give +1 attack to the Marauders. My first time using a War Shrine, so I had to look it all up. And that was it for Chaos turn 1. High Elf's turn 1. Hopped his eagle out to cause me to charge it, which I'll have to overrun in my phase. There we go. Yeah, mostly just a little positioning for the High Elves in this one. He wants to let me come to him, which is fine. Oh, he does have a unit of Dragon Princes hidden off screen behind the building, well, next to the building. Forgot to mention that. Here he irresistible forced his Curse of Arrow Attraction on my Shaggy. Then proceeded to lose both of his spells since he comes with Drain Magic too. That was that die roll right there. Yeah, this is him shooting at my giant, I should say. Put wound on with the first unit of archers, put 2 wounds on with the second unit of archers, and then single bolted and put 3 wounds on him to kill him off. I was considering turning the giant around and running him behind my lines. I probably should have done that, but oh well. Oh, then his sea guard shot at my ogres. Yeah, here's the shooting. He did 1 or 2 wounds. Oh, 3 wounds. There you go. Killed a whole ogre. Alright, Chaos turn 2. Knights charge. Ogres have a 8 to charge in, I believe. And then the warriors had like an 8 to charge in. He chose to flee with his left eagle. I was out of range to redirect into the archers. And then that was the stand and shoot to the ogres, who got a wound, but they made it in. And then everything else kind of moved up. And then for magic, I again chose to use the shadow spells. Got like 9 dice. But he got like 8 dispel dice because Teclis gives him die 3 in every phase, so I wasn't expecting magic to do a whole bunch. Melikoth's Mystic Miasma being a 48 inch range spell, it's nice, so I decided to throw a few dice at that, hopefully lower their weapon skill, because that'll help out the ogres a lot. Which he easily dispelled. And I went for the Pit of Shades on his White Lions. But I think he failed to stop it. And yeah, he failed to stop it. It scattered a little bit. I killed 1 lion out of the whole thing. And then I failed to cast my last spell, which was the Fireball. Or I was trying to do Steed of Shadows or something. This is mine. Knights trying to kill that eagle. I took a few, but they did. And then overran off the board. Or no, not off the board, just off the right in front of his Dragon Princes. His spears went first, doing a lot of hits for all of his attacks, and wounding like 8 times or 9 times or something. It was a lot. Lost another ogre. Did my attacks back. And some stomps. Ogre's won combat, but he was steadfast, so easily held. And then on to High Elf's turn 2. Checking ranges. Got Phoenix Guard. Made an easy charge into the flank of my ogres. His Dragon Princes easily charge into my Chaos Knights. And then he moved up to the other units to buy him a turn of positioning. He's moving his level 0 mage out of the unit so that when Teclis successfully gets off a shadow spell, he can swap places with him. That was the plan. Eagle failed to rally and fled a little bit more, which was nice. Archers are being annoying, slowing down my warrior block. And he got like 12 dice for casting. Versus my 5 dispel, it looks like. First spell he tries to cast is, I think it was Miasma, so I dispelled that. I think he tried withering on my main unit, so I used more dice to stop that. A lot of thinking going on. Cast another spell on my... I think it was Pit of Shades, which I think I scrolled. I didn't want that off right now. And my other thing was to keep... and then he failed to cast his last spell, which means that Teclis wasn't able to jump out of the unit since he didn't successfully cast any shadow spells. So my plan was working to hold him into combat. Here was his shooting at my warriors with his... his archers and his bolt thrower. Killed a model with the archers. And I think we're in combat. Yep, killing ogres with his sea guard. And then the Phoenix Guard get to go before my ogres get to go as well. Teclis is kind of interesting. If he hits, he always wins on a 2+, and then no armor saves allowed, so. But there's one attack, so. He did a lot of hitting and wounding with his Sea Guard. I think that second round was his Phoenix Guard attacking. I did just a couple of attacks back. Here we're discussing which way would they flee. The Sea Guard did all the damage, so my ogres are going to flee directly away from him. So he chose to restrain with his Phoenix Guard and pursue with his Sea Guard. The ogre ran away 11 inches, so he got quite a ways.